Hello and welcome to another Chelsea chat. First of all, you're not seeing things. Don't adjust your set with a brown hair. It's for a film role. And now I'll crack straight on with the vlog. Yeah, last night it was Napoli 2, Chelsea 3. And first of all, well done to everyone who went out there. I've actually been out to Napoli, and it's as welcoming as a prostitute with teeth in her you-know-what. And yeah, I heard there was a couple of stabbings out there the night before the game. All I can say to any fan injured out there, get well soon, and I hope you make a full recovery. Excuse me. And I'm very proud of everyone. You could hear you on the television. And not to make light of it, at least it got you out of listening to Lucy Ward on TNT. She is the queen of stating the bleeding obvious. And I hate DEI just because of Lucy Ward. You know, I don't know what else she would do. I know she's an ex-footballer. Go back to playing football. Go to the over 50s. Go wherever you got to go, but just don't go into a commentary box. Anyway, that was my negative out of the way. Because last night, what a brilliant result! What a brilliant result! And they all put a shift in, even those that didn't play very well put a shift in. And that's all I ever like to see from a Chelsea team. I wasn't expecting anything. I went into a group and predicted a 2-1 win for Napoli because, to be honest, I haven't been convinced by Chelsea. And I hardly ever bet against my own team. I wouldn't put money on, but I'd ever say, 2-1 to Napoli. But I did. And then probably a couple of hours before the game, someone told me that Napoli were missing 4 first-teamers. And on top of that, Lukaku, he would only make the bench, and he looked awful when he came on Sunday because he's just coming back from a long-term injury. So I thought, right, game on. And then the team sheet came out, and they dropped Chalobah, who I think is our best defender. Fair bit of pace as well, and they put Reece James in at centre half and put Gusto out at right back, and I thought I just don't understand this. And then Fofana, who hasn't convinced me since he's come back from injury, he's in the team, and Cucurella's fine, Santos and Caicedo in midfield, fine, and then Estevao on the right, Neto on the left, with Fernandes in the middle and João Pedro. But I thought to myself, why make that change at the back? And why make that change when you're going to Napoli and you've not played like that before for a long, long while anyway? I just didn't get it. I just didn't understand it. And I think we played at the back like a team that had new players in new places that they weren't used to. Napoli press, we pressed well last night by the way, but Napoli pressed well, and for the first 20 minutes we looked in all sorts of trouble. At the back we didn't. Fofana, he was well, we'll go on to Fofana later, because on both those goals, absolute horse manure. Absolute horse manure. Not marking. Anyway, I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to be positive. So yeah, we went ahead against the run of play. I think it was a Reece James free kick, that clear handball. I think couldn't say any more. It was a clear handball, particularly under today's rules. But who's to say that wouldn't have gone in if his arm hadn't got in the way? So yeah, handball every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And we went 1-0, and we come into the game a bit more. And then we are so liable, aren't we, to conceding naff goals. And that's what we did. That's what we did. We got caught out of position twice because I think that back four wasn't used to playing. And it's not just a back four, is it? When you change that back four like that, you then put the midfield out as well, because the back four play differently. Cucurella was staying deeper because he wasn't sure of what was going on in front of him, and or the back of him. And yeah, we got caught out of position. Lovely little bit of skill on the second one, the old Maradona turn. But even then, Fofana should have been more. You haven't got a foul in the box to put a decent tackle in, and he just sort of put his leg out there. It's like watching the Sugar Plum Fairies negative. It was. Anyway, so we're 2-1 down, and come off the hour, come off the man, and I've not had any time for João Pedro. I haven't, I haven't, and what a strike! Left-footed strike, and got to be one of the goals of the season. And the goalkeeper didn't stand a chance. And then a nice bit of, because we'd made the substitutions. Chalobah was on where he should have been. We looked a lot steadier at the back. Reece went out to right back. Garnacho come on, but we'll go on to that later. And Pedro Neto changed wings. Cole Palmer came on, and we looked a lot better. Cole still doesn't look at the races to me, but a lovely ball, little 1-2 with João Pedro, put João Pedro through on goal, and what a lovely finish, a proper centre forwards finish, and that was it, 3-2. Now after that, lovely save by Sanchez from Lukaku, who'd come on. Great bit of goalkeeping. And what else have I got to say? Garnacho. Yeah, before that great bit of goalkeeping, Garnacho just gave it away in no man's land. Do you know what? If you're just going into injury time at the end of the 90, whack it in the stand. Whack it in the stand. Don't get caught with it where he was. And Garnacho could not. Someone said this morning on one of the groups, "Oh, Garnacho played well." Do you know what? I must be watching a totally different game. I must be. I didn't see any aspect of that game. I didn't see anything that he brought to the game when he came on. And if you think I'm wrong, please tell me, because I'm learning all the time about football, and I never stop learning till the day I die. But I could not see what Garnacho brought to that game. I could see what everyone else brought to it. Although it was a shame, Estevao. Personally, I would have took Neto off for Garnacho and kept Estevao on, because Estevao, you never know what he's gonna do. But anyway, it didn't matter. We won 3-2. So there we go. What would I say to the performance? The effort, 100%. The actual performance itself, first half, 3 out of 5. Second half, 4 out of 5. But effort, 5 out of 5. And that's all you can ask for. I think the manager made a mistake last night, kicking off at the start with that change. I think he realised it, so he put it right. I like Rosinha. Time will tell if he's a Chelsea manager. But last night, at least he was humble enough to change it. He was insightful enough to change it. So there we go. So we qualify in the top 8, finishing 6, and that gives us a bit of extra time, to work on whatever Rosinha wants to work on in training. So happy days all round. But a great performance, not performance, but a great scoreline. And yeah, it was a great performance. They put such a shift in. They deserved it. They cut space down. They didn't stop running. And even Cole Palmer, even though he don't look the full Cole on, during the game, he ran his socks off when he come on. Defensively, they all did. So yeah, well done Chelsea, and well done for putting that effort in. So I'll score them. Yeah, I'm giving Sanchez an 8 a couple of times. He was good in the air as well. Yeah, some of his kicking was dodgy, but there you go. That's never going to change, is it? He gets an 8. Gusto gets a 6. Reece James, I'm going to give him a 7 all round because he looked out of sorts at centre half, but that's not his fault, and he made up for it. He made up for it later when he switched. So yeah, he gets a 7. Fofana gets a 4. I thought Fofana was shocking last night. I'm sorry, I just do. Left back, Cucurella gets a 6. In midfield, Santos gets a 6.5. Caicedo gets an 8. In front of them, Neto gets a 5. Fernandez gets an 8. And on the right, Estevao gets a 7. So they were doubling up on him, but he was still having a go and doing a bit of defensive work as well. So well done him. And up front, my Chelsea man of the match with a 9, which is João Pedro. Held the ball up well, but those 2 finishes, they were world-class finishes. Well, the first one especially. The second one was right up there, top centre-forward play. And Rossinia gets a 6.5 because I thought there was no need to do that. I don't know what he was trying to do. I couldn't even see what was trying to be achieved by that during the game. So only he will know that. I just wish some of these journalists would ask him, don't you? I wish some of these journalists would say, you know that change you made? Why did you make it? Because I haven't heard a journalist ask that. And if you have, and he gave an answer, please let me know. I really would like to know that. But he changed things round, so well done him. And that's it from me. Let me know what you think. And yeah, you can't argue with what has he got? 5 wins from 6 games. Be interesting how we fare against Arsenal, won't it? Because our back's against the wall on that, but never write Chelsea off. And I won't be putting Arsenal 2-1 in some group somewhere, that's a fact. Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And please like the video. That apparently does more than anything. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Up to Chelsea.